8-7 Hops going to the top of the ninth inning. This broadcast is the property of the Hillsboro Hops Baseball Club. Any rebroadcast or reproduction without the express written consent of the Hillsboro Hops is strictly prohibited. Stay tuned after the game for the Tuality Healthcare postgame show. Tuality Healthcare, building a healthier community. Hang on to your hats, everybody, as we go to the top of the ninth inning. 8-7, the Hops lead. A game they once led 6-0. Left-hander Zach Curtis comes out of the Hops bullpen. Mike Setta faced just one hitter, retiring Toby DeMello on a pop out to short. And that ended the eighth inning. Setta threw just 5 pitches. So Curtis becomes the fourth Hops pitcher. 0-1, 2.57 ERA. This is his 8th game. He's looking for his 5th save in 5 chances. 13 strikeouts, just 4 walks, and 7 hits allowed in 7 innings. But things have not gone as swimmingly for Curtis as of late. 48 hours ago, he gave up 3 ninth-inning runs to turn a 4-2 lead into a 5-4 loss. Now he's facing Jordan Cowan, the number 9 hitter, who is 2 for 3. Starting off the top of the ninth inning, 8-7, the Hops lead it. Curtis allowed just 4 of the first 21 hitters he faced as a pro to reach base. 1 walk and 3 hits. That was over 5+ games. Lefty against lefty. Cowan stands tall in the box, shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes low ball 1. But over his last 1 game plus, 7 of 11 hitters have reached base. 3 walks and 4 hits. 1-0 pitch. Fastball in there. 89 miles an hour. Earlier on this season, he was hitting 91, 92. The 1-1 is on the way, and it's bunted foul back to the screen. But Curtis has a lot of innings under his belt this year as a starter at Middle Tennessee State. 114 innings for the Blue Raiders of Conference USA. He's got Cowan by the neck, 1-2, and it would do wonders for Curtis's confidence to start matters off with a strikeout here. Curtis ready. The 1-2 is on the way. In the dirt, back to the screen. 2-2. 84 miles an hour. Didn't look like a slider. If it was, it didn't have much on it. It was a fastball. It didn't have much on it. Left-hander John Pedrati is playing catch in the Hops bullpen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nelson Ward is on deck. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fastball misses outside. 87 on the gun. 3-2. Long hair spilling out from beneath left-hander Zach Curtis' cap. Scruffy mustache as he looks in. The 3-2 pitch to Cowan, and it's strike 3 called over the outside corner at the knees. Cowan had thrown his bat away. He thought it was ball 4. Great pitch by Curtis. 1 down in the Aqua Sox 9th.
Well, even if Zach Curtis goes on, becomes a Hall of Fame closer, he'll never be the most famous resident of Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Johnny Cash. Lefty against lefty, pitch taken low. 1-0, the man in black. I've actually been to that ranch. 1-0 the count to Nelson Ward, left-hand hitter. Tripled home 3 to get the Sox on the board in the 5th. Fastball outside corner, 1-1.
As an invited guest?
No, they give tours there and such. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. 1 out, nobody out. Top of the 9th inning. Next one is on the way. Slider, a half swing. The pitch low, 2-1. Although one of the greatest moments of my mom's life is when she got a hug from Johnny Cash.
Wow.
Yeah, it was at a small gathering concert in Dana Point, California. Fastball outside, 3-1 the count. The pitch did miss. Crowd groans. Pitch missed. 3-1 to Ward. Mariscal on deck. And then you get into some heavy hitters. Curtis needs this. The 3-1 pitch. Fastball outside corner at the knees. Well placed again. 3-2. Come with a fastball again. And let him put it in play. Ward did hit one home run in 11 games at Pulaski. Hit a couple of home runs this year for the Georgia Bulldogs. Marietta, Georgia native and a 12th round draft choice this year. Lefty against lefty. Payoff pitch. Fouled off to the left by Ward. He did come fastball. That one was at 92. Well, maybe it's the difference between a 2-seam and a 4-seam for Curtis, that velocity difference, or maybe he just aired that one out. Pitchers don't throw as hard as they can on every pitch. Another 3-2 pitch, and time asked for and granted. Asked for by the hitter Nelson Ward, who backs out to adjust his batting gloves, wearing them on each hand, and now Ward steps back in. Open stance for the 5'11" left-hand hitter. Lefty against lefty, and Curtis delivers, and it's a fastball that... where in the world did that miss? Was that low? And Tyler Baker is in the face of the
smokes.
Plate umpire, Cale Rodriguez. You don't see catchers do that, get in umpires' faces. They might jaw at them, but without turning their head so they don't show the umpire up.
Oh, J.R. House is hot in the Hops dugout.
He is gesturing, pointing out at the plate umpire, Cale Rodriguez. That pitch was strike 3.
Right now, you're seeing the innate leadership skills of J.R. House. He needs to be out there on Curtis's side after 2 rocky outings. And he needs to show Zach Curtis that he's got his back here.
Curtis was sailing along in his outing at Boise on Saturday with 2 outs and none on. He gave up a single, a walk, and another single, and then got out of it and got the save. And he didn't get the save 2 nights ago. Here's Chris Mariscal, lefty against righty, fastball low, ball 1.
I'll tell you what, Cale Rodriguez gave JR a whole lot of lead there.
Yeah, JR never did come out, but he was jawing at him, and we'll see how Curtis can respond. Middle infield double play depth, 1-0 pitch, fastball misses high, 2 balls and no strikes. Big thing JR doesn't want is for this to get under Zach Curtis's skin, and I think a visit to the hill is due. I was going to say from Doug Drabek. The catcher, Tyler Baker, is going out there. Jordan Cowan took strike 3 called on a pitch that was right over that outside corner at the knees, and then Nelson Ward took one that looked like it was right over the middle and above the knees, but I guess Rodriguez ruled it low for ball 4. 2-0 pitch coming up to Mariscal. It's on the way, and that fastball is low, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Austin Cousineau is on deck. 8-7 hops. Ward, the runner at first, stole 5 out of 6 in 11 games with Pulaski. He can run. 3-0 is on the way. Fastball outer half, 3-1. See if they send Ward on 3-1. Told you he's got some wheels. Stole 10 out of 16 this year for Georgia. Held on at first by Roberts. He is going, and the pitch taken inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Zach Curtis. And Doug Drabek going out to the hill to try to calm his pitcher down and restore order here. So that means 9 of the last 14 hitters against Curtis have now reached base. And that includes 5 walks and 4 hits. Austin Cousineau, a left-hand hitter, coming up.
Curtis retired the first 2 batters that he faced in Saturday morning's game at Boise. Before loading the bases, he did get the save, got the final out, and then disaster striking in game 2 of this series with the 3-run 9th inning for Everett.
8-7 hops lead in this ball game. 2 on, 1 out, top of the 9th inning. Austin Cousineau, the scheduled hitter. And Cousineau and Curtis have squared off twice this year, once back on June 17th in Everett. Cousineau had an infield hit to short, although that was the only base runner Curtis allowed in picking up a save and a 5-3 win. And then 2 nights ago, Cousineau grounded out to short against him.
Well, if I'm Cousineau, I'm very aggressive right here, looking to swing at the first pitch. If you're Zach Curtis, you do not want to fall behind the hitter. It's what happened after he loaded the bases 2 nights ago. Fell behind 2-0 to Mariscal. Gave up the base hit to center field, which ended up clearing them after the ball got behind Ratliff.
First and second, 1 down, and Gonzalez coming in behind the runner at second, Ward, and Curtis steps off. Smart play by the Hops. Double steal's a possibility here. If so, wouldn't surprise me to see them go after the trail runner, Mariscal, who's not as fast. Runner going to third. The pitch, a strike, the throw down, and it gets away from Robertson. Back of the bag at third and picked up by Gonzalez. The double steal does work, and if Robertson catches that throw, they might have had Nelson Ward. It was a pretty good throw, and he just didn't catch it. 0-1 the count to Cousineau, and now what do the Hops do? Do they bring the infield in? In a similar situation, leading it by a run in the 9th inning, at Everett, the Hops with second and third, the tying run at third, and Everett, it was the winning run. Here it would be the go-ahead run. The Hops brought the infield in, and it paid off. They bring it in here. The 0-1 pitch, Cousineau swings and fouls it off behind manager Dave Valley, and it's 0-2. So the idea is they want to cut off that tying run at the plate. But by bringing the infield in, you expose the possibility of the go-ahead run scoring even more. Go-ahead run at second base. Ward at third. Mariscal at second. 0-2 the count on Cousineau. Tough out at the plate. 0-2 is on the way. Slider in the dirt, smothered by Baker. A lot of pressure on Tyler Baker here. Eight, 7 Hops. 1 down in the 9th inning. Corey Simpson is on deck. A game the Hops once led 6-0. A hit, and Everett could have the lead. Curtis set. 1-2 pitches on the way. Swung on ground ball to short. Gonzalez looks at third, throws to second, and they've got the runner Mariscal on a rundown. He gets tagged out, and now Ruiz coming to the plate. Throws the ball to Baker. Running Ward back to third. Throws the ball to Gonzalez, who tags him out. A game-ending double play. 2 runners tagged out on the bases. Gonzalez started it and ended it. A game-ending double play with Mariscal tagged out between second and third. Ward tagged out between third and home. What a strange way to end the game. The Hops indeed win it 8-7. Gonzalez to Ruiz to Tyler Baker, and back to Gonzalez. 6-4-2-6 on the game-ending double play. Hops somehow escape with a victory, and Scott Schultz, the Oregon State Beaver, does indeed get his first pro win as they hang on by the skin of their teeth. Hops win it 8-7, and now for Matt Rickard and for Bobby Corser back in studio, this is Rich Burke inviting you to stay tuned for our Tuality Healthcare post-game show. It's coming right up.